We are at the 18-minute mark on void thrashing, and you see Zagara has built up a massive army over here. Just to give you an idea, that Zagara has basically been barking this army over here since the start of the game. She has not helped her ally push the main objectives, and just now started to send a bunch of lings here. But that is not what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you this. 4 hives over here with all upgrades researched for Zagara, even though she was not using any of those upgrades. And over here, another 4 hives. And now that you think that this may be the end of what I wanted to show you, but that is not what I wanted to show you, because over here, look at all these overlords over here. There are so many overlords. She has a total of 54 overlords just staring away at Sergeant Hammer Fortress, making Sergeant Hammer very uncomfortable, and it wasn't the end of it. Her fortress is already on fire. This game actually ended with Sergeant Hammer Fortress ending up at 8 HP before the mission was completed and succeeded. Just a wave of units here, not really doing anything. And now that Zagara is ready, she is going to push in with her massively upgraded army of Banelings, just as soon as she clears up some of these Brood Lords as well as some more of the Neolisks. Just an entire swarm of units, and now this is it. This is the push that Zagara has been waiting for. The push that she's been waiting for her whole life. And she's going to be charging her army right into the wave of units over here. There is a parasitic bomb, some more AoE splash damage coming out, and pretty much all those Scourge have ended up dying. And now the Banelings run themselves right into a bunch of Lurkers, and the Lurkers do end up spraying the Banelings as well. And all that is left is pretty much nothing of Zagara's army. Only a bunch of Banelings just confused as to what happened. They were large in numbers, and they charged at the Void Thrasher. And still, the Void Thrashers are still standing strong. Banks is making his way towards Blightbringer with an army of 3 of his Royal Guards, his Marauders. I cannot remember what they are called, the Aegis Guards. He's going to start attacking Blightbringer, and Blightbringer decides to attack back. And Banks is just standing in this AoE area here. There are a few infested units that are trying to attack some of Manx's Royal Guard, but they are not going to stand a chance. And now Manx is just going to completely flex on the borrowed Blightbringer, which is basically taking no damage from the nuke, or at least most of the damage from the nuke, because it was borrowed for most of the time. And finally, this Blightbringer now is going to start attacking back, and Manx has realized that he should probably get out of there before things get a little bit too hairy, and that is what he chooses to do. But he doesn't even have an expansion because he never bothered taking it, so he's probably just going to move back and go towards this ship and continue on with his primary objective. The first double train wave spawn on the Lilian Express, and you will remember the wave is pretty nasty because it's just a huge number of units over there. Tychus realizes that that is pretty deadly. He's seeing all these Thors coming up from beneath him and all those Withermines and Goliaths, and he decides to medevac his outlaws out of the way and keep them safe. You can see that the choice here is not particularly ideal for damage output, let alone to the train, but let alone handling attack waves. And he also does not have any detection, and that Banshee is going to start going thump onto Tychus and dealing a little bit of damage to him. He has Cannonball, and Cannonball is ready to jump into the fray. He jumps in here and just gets instantly focus fired down by the Thors and uses his whatever respawn ability is, and now Cannonball realizes that this is going to be a little bit more deadly. Cannonball getting a little bit too low, but Rattlesnake's Revitalizer keeps him alive and keeps his HP regenerated. But now Tychus is cornered and he has to go and fight in, and Cannonball jumps in a little bit, decides to get out of the way, uses a little bit of the damage from the Magmine. Nice play here, but unfortunately Cannonball gets focused fired down and ends up dying, and now Tychus also gets killed off by the army of Thors on the back line, and Rattlesnake standing in front here, and he has also died. And now Sirius is just looking onto the nuke that is coming up on his base, not dropping a single one of his turrets. And in fact, it's not one nuke, but a second nuke as well, and that pretty much wipes out all of Tychus's production. And now finally, Horner's army and Han's army have come in and wiped out this train wave. But everything here has been lost for Tychus. We are at the 18-minute mark on Oblivion Express, and Zagara is using the Apex Predator Prestige, and they are doing a pretty good job at handling the trains. You can see that Zagara has a few macro hatcheries here to provide her with the macro that she needs to be able to remax her army very, very quickly. There's some aberrations here that seem to have gotten stuck and they're slapping each other right now. This is going to be a slugfest. But that is not what I want to show you. There's something else on this map. There's some Zerglings as well. They're just decaying that aberration. But the thing I wanted to show you is Zagara's production, because this is not the only production that she has available. She has this, and she has all of this, and she has all of this, and she has all of this. So there is a lot of production here, and now Zagara's realized that there's a little bit of a flaw there. She's just killing off all those aberrations. But in total, she has 16 hatcheries and 1 hive for her production structures. We are at just over the 18 minutes and 30-second mark on Dead of Night, and as you can see, everything seems to be reasonably normal over here. Zeratul, on the other hand, has not really killed a single infested structure on the map, and this is reasonably huge. His allies killed 132 of the 151 infested structures on the map, but there is a little bit of a surprise. I'm going to show it to you right now. Can you guess what it is? Ta-da! There are so many Void Shrines. There are more Void Shrines than he has army units on the map. So there are a total of 14 Void Shrines on this mission. Zeratul only has 3. Well, he does have Shield Guards, so I don't know if Shield Guards count. But take a look at units lost. He didn't have an army that he lost. He just never made an army at all, and that is 151 kills.